All right, everybody, welcome in. Welcome to the week. I hope you're doing great. I feel very excited to do this reading today, and I'm just getting the energy, very strong, powerful, positive energy coming through. So, no matter what is in front of you, I guess this message is trying to come through. No matter what is in front of you, you are up to it. All right. I'm just getting the feeling of like, I can take it on. I can take it on, whatever it is. So, yay. All right. I love this. Let's see. This week, we're going to go deeper into developing clairvoyance in my Pathfinders group on Wednesday. That's been part of a series of opening up to your clairs, your intuition for 2024. And then on our Twin Flame Astrology Day on Thursday, I'm going to start talking about different ways of seeing peak periods in your life, timing, especially as it relates to this other person, this twin flame. Okay. So, all that happening this week. If you want to jump into any of those sessions, you are welcome. Co-create. Sorry, it's really dark here. We're going to get a storm in about 10 seconds. So, I apologize for the lighting. Blessed, 22 card. Peace, a 23 card. And to be fair, wow. So that's the Justice card, a 38 card. A nice progression here. And this is all like within your grasp. Co-create, having blessings come in, being at peace coming in. And it really is balancing out whatever has been sort of unfair. Okay, if you have been dealing with a situation that has been, someone's put their finger on the scales of justice, someone has, taken an unfair advantage, and you don't see how you can even kind of balance it out. What's coming in this week is some kind of blessing, some kind of, not just an awareness that, hey, this obstacle is here, but that this situation is here for my benefit. Okay. Right. We've been talking about that for years now, but this is more kind of like being at peace with a situation because you see now that it has pointed you in the direction of your greatest gift, your greatest experience. To not go through this would mean that you would not be ready for what's coming next. Okay. And so some of you are still facing big obstacles, and your obstacles are really pointing you in the direction of your purpose. We're going to talk about that in September when the eclipse season starts. And that means the nodes are shifting from Aries and Libra into Pisces and Virgo, North Node in North Node in Pisces. So that is about a soul calling that's getting louder. And Pisces and Virgo is the axis of service. So that's really what's coming in for the next 2 years. And it won't officially be here till January, but right now is the changing of the guard. Okay, so let's see what's going on with this reading. Let's drill it down to personal. The Knight of Pentacles, the Fool. Look at that. It's been a hard time. It's been a long day's night. It's been a hard time getting here, but it's going to start moving. All right, that's Virgo energy there. Because of healing, because of some kind of self-love with the Empress and the High Priestess. Yeah, the next 2 years, 2 of Pentacles. Wow, this is a bigger reading than I thought. Usually my intention is about this week, but there's something about this week that kicks off a 2-year cycle. So put a pin in this reading, come back to it. Come back to it next January, come back to it next October, whatever. Put a pin in this if this is resonating for you, because there's something in here about your spiritual mission and path that's being opened up. The next 2 years are being opened up. It took a lot to get here. I hear you, my friend. Took a lot to get here, but you're here. 8 of Pentacles, your work. Wow, look at this. Ace of Cups. 7 of Pentacles. Oh, this is interesting. 9 of Cups. Magician. Co-creating. Woo! Look at this. 2 of Cups. 6 of Cups. Ace of Swords. Holy moly. 2 of Wands. So the decision is yours here. And I feel like there has been some kind of split I feel like it was last year. Wow, this is kind of a big this is in terms of annular time, this is a big reading. Um I recall earlier this year and into last year talking about the 1 foot on the dock and the 1 foot on the boat. I also recall not pretty recently talking about that boat has now left the dock, and we're talking about the ocean as, we are all connected. There's something about that. Even the boat is connected to it. Everything that's in the universe, the lighthouse we talked about for years, and the boat itself is all connected to the experience. There has been a split. There definitely has been a split already, and you are now in this new, because look at all this ocean referencing here with the Ace of Cups and the Two of Cups. You're into this experience where you're seeing your manifestations materialize, even though it's been a long time. Two of Cups and Two of Wands, Two of Pentacles. Over the next 2 years, what's missing? Two of Swords, which is like the doing the work inside you, kind of blocking. There's definitely, some of you have left behind people. That's been hard. This has been the most challenging couple of years, I feel, with that Knight of Pentacles being there. But you've come through it, and now the new path is straight ahead. I feel like some of you didn't know when you were making a decision, like you've really been working on this. Some of you didn't know when you were making a decision. This Seven of Pentacles is not just about investing time and energy, but it's also about a choice being offered. You see how she's offering that Ace of Pentacles? So effectively, we also have the Ace of Pentacles here. The Ace of Wands is missing, but the Two of Wands is here. So the idea has already occurred to you, or the inspiration has already shown up. And I feel like you've been putting in the time and effort on this path to get to this next level, but not just like to get beyond the work, not just to do that, but you're ready now. You're ready. You've done the work. Eight of Pentacles here. You've done the work. Knight of Pentacles. And now this is coming to fruition. You see how she's been waiting, and now the Two of Cups, right? The angel appears, and the Nine of Cups is here also. So you've manifested the person, the experience, the work path, whatever's going on for you right now, even if you think it's challenging, even if there's a big decision to be made, there is a massive decision to be made. It's leading you in the right direction, even if it feels like, oh God, this is going to be a tough thing to do. This is the most difficult thing I've ever had to do in my life. Maybe. But you're ready for it. And you're ready for this because you have been co-creating this. The two aces are here. Ace of Swords, authenticity. That split, just like on a global level, you remember we were talking about like seeing through people. One of the reasons that in 2024, I have been very focused on intuition is because this split is coming where you're going to need your intuition, the age of AI, the age of, people being inauthentic or like down is up, the world is upside down. Why does the world seem so crazy to me? Why is this okay when it's never been okay before? It's because, those light workers, y'all are on my channel, light workers, energetic healers and teachers and guides, which all of you on this channel are becoming so powerful that it's like grasping at you, trying to hold you back, trying to put you back in the box. So you may have experiences with people that are really challenging and difficult. Maybe you've already gone through them, or maybe some of them are right in front of your face right now, where you, in order to get to the other side, it's like the final test of Hercules, right? Where he does all of these really difficult tasks and he becomes who he is because he's done those tasks. If he were to outsource it to somebody else or say no to it, he wouldn't be who he is. He wouldn't become who he is becoming. And I feel like you're going to see once you bust through the wall of this, that, we always talk about the the path of least resistance. And it's like, why am I having all these difficult tasks? Why are all these challenging things happening with money, with people, with location where I'm living, what I want to do with my life? How come I can't see my or feel my mission and purpose? Well, because you haven't done that work yet. You haven't gotten to that place where you're of the same frequency as your mission and path. Did you ever think about that? That it is up here, man. And so to get to that place where you're seeing all of it ahead of you, you're going to have to go through all of those experiences because they're going to be necessary. You're getting gifties from Saturn by doing the hard work, by putting in the time and effort with this Eight of Pentacles. You're getting the gifties. And it's not the old way. Like I remember growing up and, my parents were very, very much of the opinion that, hard work creates character and all of that stuff. And there's something about that makes sense to me just because that's how I was raised. But I also felt that it was kind of not punitive. And they didn't agree with that. My folks were definitely of a much different generation. They were of the silent generation. They were like my friends, because I was adopted. My parents were my friends' grandparents' age. So we skipped 2 generations in there. And they were of a completely different mindset. They felt that it was like, if you're not hardworking, you're going to be punished by God and all of that kind of stuff, which is super duper old school, but still lingers today because a lot of people like that. They want you to think that if you don't toe the line or if you're not in this, if you're not grinding it out or whatever, somehow God's going to punish you. But the fact is that the universe, God, source is in us, is in each one of us. And that's something that was a message from Jesus that ultimately really rubbed the Romans the wrong way. But because they wanted to be in control of it. And so whenever someone's trying to be in control of you, just know that the God source is in you and in them. They just haven't seen it yet. Okay? They just haven't seen it yet. They're not to that place. And so you guys doing the work, because the light is necessary and the dark wants to keep that under a bushel because it works better for them. It works better for them. And so this division is getting broader. And now the reason, I'm sorry to not finish what my thought was about talking about intuition in 2024, because I want you to see with clarity, easily, when someone is manipulating you, when someone is trying to squash your light. I want you to see that and know it. Have no doubt about it. Because in the past, in the past 20 years, let's just say, there are definitely people who have been in my life that I've been like, no, that's crazy. They're just having a bad day, or they're not really trying to squash my light. Why would they do that? Now I understand. Now I see. And it's been for a while now. And some of you have seen it for a long time. Some of you have seen it just recently. But the part of it, the reason we talk about, we focus on this in Pathfinders is about trusting it. Trusting it. Even though in the past you might have been like, oh, no, that's a bridge too far. This person can't leave my life. I can't let this person go. I can't move on from this job. I can't do this because. And so right in the middle, magician, you are in charge of this. And when your intuition, when your acuity gets sharpened, it makes it a lot easier because you're sure of it. You're like, yep, I'm making this decision now. 2 of Wands, I'm making this choice. I see you. And I trust it. So that the world is being balanced. The world is being balanced. It is proof of your ascension. It is proof that now you're like, don't try that with me. Okay. That you really see somebody who's trying to manipulate you, or you see through things a lot easier. The question has been, and I have seen this in Pathfinders a lot, is about trusting it. You get it. You see it. but there's still some kind of ego mind, and I don't mean that in a look at all your ego. I don't mean that way. I mean that the mind really wants to hold on to comfort or the old way because it won't require effort. Effort. And most of you have put in the time and effort, even sporadically, but now it's about trusting it. Now it's about trust, be the force. You are the force. You are the force. So one of the things that's most beautiful about this reading is that I see the tremendous potential coming your way. Ace of Cups and Ace of Swords. I also see that it's already here. This is another thing about time that we have kind of dismissed out of fear or out of a lack of understanding, but it's already here. It's already here. It's already here. It's like you see it, you know it's already here. You're just calling it in. Just calling it in. So let's see what's on the other side of this Ace of Swords, this Ace of Cups, especially this Ace of Cups. I feel like some of you have finally have things are balancing out in terms of a relationship, in terms of your work. Things are going to balance out when you trust yourself, when you trust this path. All right, so let me take a look at this. This is Ascension deck. Practice self-love. Nurture your inner child. Speak your truth. There it is. Ace of Swords. Express yourself. Heal abandonment. Time to forgive. That's maybe one of the most challenging ones, I think. Honor your agreement. Mission in motion. That's what's happening right here. So let's talk about mission. We'll talk about mission. We'll talk about love. We'll talk about what's coming down the road. Let's see where we go from here. If this is your reading, this is a message for whoever needs to hear this right now. This is all coming down the road. So let's take a look. All right. Link is below if you want to continue on. If this is your reading, I'll see you over there. All right. I hope you enjoyed that video. If it was helpful to you, please consider liking this video and sharing it with anybody who might have a need for similar kind of information. And if you like this video, check out these videos.